and welcome to another LEGO video. Today we're taking a look at, well, half a year's worth, almost, of LEGO magazine. So this one is an old one, it's Obi-Wan one, but I am going to be taking a look at the one that's all the way up to, well, this month. As always, if you enjoy the content here or found it useful, please consider clicking the like button, subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and of course you can support this channel by watching my other videos with adblock turned off or heading over to Patreon and doing it that way. So here, for the most part, apart from this first one here, I'm just putting it here because I just have it lying around. So apart from this one, all the other ones are the so-called special edition magazine from the UK. Now these ones are by Immediate Media, and this one here, this first one, Star Wars one, just says Imgur magazine. I don't think they're the same. So from what I can tell, aside from the special one, which is just a bit of everything every month, sometimes it's Ninjago, there's a Jurassic Park one in there, and some DC stuff. They also have a standalone LEGO City magazine, a LEGO Friends magazine for the girls, a LEGO Ninjago has its own standalone, so it just gets double up sometimes in certain months. And there's of course also a Star Wars one. So I decided to pick the special edition one just because it's a bit different every month. And of course also has some DC stuff in there, which I do like. On one of the previous videos, I took a look at a magazine that was giving away a Robin minifigure. That's from the same line as the special edition stuff. But since then, I've actually subscribed for an entire year of these magazines from Newsstand UK. For more of that, you can check the link in the description below and choose which kind of magazine you want to subscribe to. So we're going to quickly go through these magazines one by one, but of course one of the main reasons to getting this is for the extra minifigures. For example, this Obi-Wan right here, this is in one of the bigger sets with the Obi-Wan Starfighter that they remade. I think it was last year. I did a review on it. It comes with the whole hyperspace ring that the original one did not, and it also has this figure. But of course that is a relatively expensive set, and also in some places exclusive to Toys R Us. So for people who don't want to get an expensive set, just want this figure, or have the old ship and just want this figure, this is great. Like for example me, I think the old ship is better than the new one because the new one's too bulky. But I like the new figure a lot because obviously the old figure's yellow skin, it's not as detailed, so this is one way to get an extra Obi-Wan minifigure for that set. So we open it up because this is another magazine. This is advertising the Last Jedi set, ew. And there's all these magazines, they always come with some silly comic, and of course this drawing style is the exact same as what you might get in those mini comics you might get from DC or Marvel sets. I guess Darth Vader is just reminiscing of his past pod racing stuff. And then got some mini games here, and then a weird colored Emperor there for some reason. I guess he's putting some art on the Death Star. Darth Vader's reminiscing again. Some more mini games like coloring in, and of course in the middle there's always a double-sided poster. So we've got the Last Jedi poster here on one side, and then on the inside is Poe Dameron poster, which looks better than the Last Jedi poster because actually no, that Photoshop editing there is pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Because all these magazines are done with staplers, so it shouldn't be too hard to get the poster out without completely destroying it if you like the posters. Got some TIE Fighter shaped word puzzles. A busy day on Jakku, so I guess this is one of those things. Just find something in there. More mini games. I guess this is pretty much set advertising. Who is the real Obi-Wan? So got more mini games, got a mini droid tap dance. So lots of more mini comics in there. And a regular subscription thing, and here's like a X-Wing cutout thing. Starship action. On the other side is Kylo Ren's ship. So on to the actual special edition magazine. So this one's a Ninjago one, comes with a Sensei Wu. This one actually has a double poster thingy going on because this inside here, and then the other inside here, you got Wu and Lloyd, so that's a poster. And let's see, so we got some more comics. So I think that's pretty much a theme here. Let's see, coloring in, comic. I'm gonna skip through most of these. Oh, we got the Lord Garmadon poster. See, full on the side. These are pretty big posters, like A2 size, so that's nice if you're a fan of Ninjago. Here's a giant J, Just a bunch more of these mini games. Reminds me of Bomberman, actually, that one. screenshots from the TV show, for some of the other mini games, yada yada. And of course, you have an advertisement pretty much here. Okay, a DC one. So this one comes with a Flash minifigure. And sometimes they say exclusive, but here it just says yeah, amazing toy because it's not exclusive. And I've checked, all these figures can be got from somewhere else, no matter no matter which magazine, you know, DC, Ninjago, or whatever. You can always find these figures somewhere else. So this is pretty awesome. Flash and Reverse Flash poster, but it still has the Bat logo on it. But Batman's nowhere on. Flash packed, fast-paced race. Where's the Batman logo on there? On this side you have this one, not so nice poster. I just think the layout's not that good. But character posters are nice. Obviously they were advertising the Batmobile at that point. So, Maze Game, Mr. Freeze. Got some postcards here, which I guess some people would actually mail. So, it actually looks pretty nice. And usually with these cutout things, you cut out one side and then you can't use the other side's ruined. But here, that kind of makes sense because it's a double-sided thing. Ninjago Legacy again. With this one, you actually get 2 figures, so that was nice. This one is from September. Oh, so the poster thing continues. Gamadan on this side, and then you got is this Kai? Yeah, Kai. So more comics. I don't think these are linked to the show, like, you know, timeline or canon. There's a Ninjago canon, surely, but so we got the Skeleton Crew poster. More skeletons on the other side. And on the inside it's just the main ninjas. That's a pretty cool poster, you know, layout wise. You got coloring in your own minifigure. Mini games, dice games, like sort of like make your own board game sort of thing. And hidden side advert, of course. And then yeah, just advertising the other magazines. Something a bit different here, Jurassic Park. You get 2 bags here. That's kind of interesting because you get this figure like it's the same. It's twice. I'm not complaining, you know, more minifigures is great, of course. So the Dino one, you got some Dino. This one's pretty silly. Like he's got this VR goggles on and he just keeps going around the island without knowing that he's actually in danger and no one tries to save him. Would this be canon to the movies? Movies are just as silly and stupid, so this one's more fun because it's self-aware. Not the original Jurassic Park, of course. I meant Jurassic World, especially 2. So got some Raptor poster there. Every day is a dino day. And another poster here. That's some instructions for one of the sets because it is a mini build. So this you actually get the most Lego with the Jurassic World one, so that's kind of cool. I guess just take a quick look here. We've got a Hidden Side one magazine. Is that just Hidden Side? Because this one, the special edition, is a bit of everything. So Hidden Side has its own line now. That seems a bit too much for one theme. That just seems a bit limited. So this one's for next month. They're advertising now. You got the City one for bike. That's kind of cool. The just Ninjago one. You got another Kai. This one's like one of the newer designs of Ninjago. Almost there, 2 left. So we've got a Joker one here. Now this Joker's pretty interesting because originally you can only get this with Joker Land, which is a pretty big set, just to get a Joker minifigure. But eventually you can also get this with Lego Dimensions. So if you don't play Lego Dimensions, this is also a way to get this minifigure. I'm thinking this might be leftovers from Lego Dimensions because at the end of that game's run, a lot of the packs were like being sold for dirt cheap. So that's probably one way they repackage the figures, maybe. So, you know, Batman comics, of course, that's nice. Got Wonder Woman and Superman, so they're always going to be lots of other characters. Okay, with the poster, we have the team heroes, so Justice League members, that's cool. Also on the other side, okay, you got the Joker and Batman. The Joker versus Batman, okay. Some puzzles. Advertisements, pretty much. More comics. Mini board game thing. The art on this one's actually probably the best, just because all the stylized night skies and the lights. Oh, well, on the back here you got these bunch of cars that you can stamp out and play a mini game with it. I guess it's like a match-up game. Okay, with the Ninjago Legacy one, this continues with these big posters on the inside. So I guess if you had them from the start of the year, you would have had a full collection of these posters. And this magazine doesn't, this magazine just says see you next year, and it doesn't advertise the next Batman stuff. So yeah, more comics. Comic. In the middle we have a Snake poster, Ninjago Legacy, so that's nice if you're a fan of the older seasons. And in the middle poster you got Garmadon versus Lloyd again. So more mini games and stuff in here, more advertisements of sets. So yeah, in terms of magazine quality, for a kids magazine, I think these are pretty decent. You got nice posters in there. You got comics that they'll definitely enjoy, and I think the artwork is pretty nice and consistent, you know, for Lego comics. And well, the mini games in there are never honestly that good, but you know, kids should probably enjoy it. So in terms of magazines, these are pretty decent, because most importantly, you get a nice collection of Lego toys and minifigures. Now, one of the main reasons I decided to stick with special edition one is that you always get a minifigure, where something from City or Star Wars, you might get mini builds instead of minifigures, and I don't really care for those too much. I filmed all the other bits of the video in one chunk, and I already had other videos scheduled for release on YouTube. So when I got this at the end of December, I didn't film it yet. I'm only just filming it in January. But I'll film this now, add this bit as well as the minifigure bit in with the rest of the video. Anyway, so this magazine, you normally just get this Batman figure. I can't remember what set this is for. I'll Google it, put it in here somewhere. But you also get this extra Superman figure that was released in one of the previous magazines. So I guess these are just spares that they had, just as an excuse to be a bonus. Still has a Batman logo on it still. So because of that, yeah, this whole thing is covered up by these little packets. So I've got the Riddler thingy here. So inside here, City Space Explorers preview. We got the table of contents telling you basic assembly with this Batman, and you got the comic book here with Justice League, Flash, all the other superheroes and stuff. The Batcave, he suits up. Ooh, nice Commissioner Gordon figure, and more comics of Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, basic assembly for the Superman figure. And I've got some Arkham Asylum profiles, and a poster here, which is, let's see, Batman villains on one side, and Batman and some more villains on the other side. So, Chaos, and this one is, oh, it just says super villains. I've got some mini games here, more mini games. The comic continues, and of course they win. Everyone's put back in their cells. And then we've got another sort of like mini game here. This one looks a bit more complex just because there's a lot of spaces here. So that's kind of interesting. And then the mini one-page comic. And then we have this another mini game. Who can it be? So deduction game. And then finally, well, next time you get a Mr. Freeze figure, and that's cool. I actually want this Mr. Freeze figure. I have all the other Lego Mr. Freeze figures, but I didn't want to get this one because this was in one of the other sets I just didn't want to get. So it's cool, no pun intended, that I'm going to get this figure without having to buy that big set that I didn't quite want. So that's nice. And then we have this Bat message card. You cut it out and then you fold it, you write a message there. It's like your secret message for someone, except it's in the Bat logo. I'm looking forward to the next DC magazine a lot. First figure here, Obi-Wan Kenobi with his sort of fighter gear thing here. Looks quite nice, just like the regular one. Comes with a lightsaber, of course, and he has a unhappy face on the back. So I like this figure a lot. It just looks great. I like this Obi-Wan figure a lot. So that's nice. I'm gonna move him. Actually, I'm gonna move him over to the back, somewhere around here. There we go. Probably right in the middle, because probably gonna be my favorite figure of the lot. So a mini build here, which even though it's a mini build, it makes sense. Like, it's to scale. It's just a random sort of lookout point. It's got some goggles there, a printed computer screen. We've had these for so many years, classic, and just a basic stand that's built like an observatory sort of thing. I like this. This makes sense to scale. So this is a good build. This is a nice little toy. And of course, it comes with Owen here. It comes with way too many extra blue studs, but I guess kids would lose these a lot. And this Owen thing is pretty cool. I'm a happy face on one side, and on the other side he's got a happy face. I'm going to keep this one as unhappy and the other one as happy because they're the exact same figure. So you can just stand there like, I can't find what I'm looking for. Ugh. And like I said, the other figure is exactly the same, but this one comes with a tranq gun. And this one's happy, because I let him be happy. And that one also comes with a mini raptor baby, or any other sort of dinosaur in this sort of small size. That can go on the roof. That can go to the back somewhere. Next up we have the Flash minifigure, which is just standard Flash minifigure with these two yellow things. Soft rubbery helmet. Face is printed okay. He's got a very nice sort of golden sort of shine on those linings there, which I think is a new print. I haven't seen a Flash like that. My old Flashes don't have gold like that, I don't think. So that's a slightly new design, I think. Overall, this is a pretty good Flash figure. He's got just a smudge of extra gold on there, so he's got a misprint. Ooh, super uber collector's edition then. And then next we have the Joker, who has a giant green hammer and some dynamite. Unhappy face on one side, and a very happy face on one side. I'm gonna keep the Joker unhappy, because that's how the new film portrayed him as. Very sad Joker. So quite like the Flash minifigure and the Joker minifigures. Right, over to the Ninjago stuff. So we got this red one here, and he comes along with the evil skeleton. With an actual skeleton shaped head. Can't stand there. Right. So yeah, let's put that hat back on him. And yep, since this is Ninjago Legacy, then the designs are obviously going to be based on the older seasons, but the print is pretty nice. This gold dragon there looks really, really good. Band-aid on there instead of just the scar I think the older figures have. I'm just basing my knowledge on older sort of knockoff bootleg minifigures. You know when this channel was new and just started? A lot of Ninjago bootlegs. So I'm basing my memory off that, because I do have real Ninjago Lego, like that one for example. I don't have that many though, because I've never bought any big Ninjago set, although I do really like that big city one. And I might be moving house at some point next year, so if after that happens I might be tempted. Like, I've got the space here now, I can get the giant Ninjago city thing. It looks so awesome. But anyway, Sensei Ru, he's got a golden-ish staff and that hat, of course. Let's just see his face underneath without all the beard. There we go. There he is. I'm not Jackie Chan. Good. No face on the back, but again, very nice golden dragon on his back, so that's cool. Right, almost at the end. We got this we got the blue ninja. Already forgotten his name again. Kai's the red one, so this one's Jay. That's it. And got this one, these steak monsters, which again, reminds me of a few years ago with the bootleg Ninjago stuff, because that's what I remember it from. So yeah, pretty cool prints. Pretty cool prints on the back as well. I like that face a lot. What's it? Emmett from Lego Movie does that face a lot too. I like it. I like that he's sticking his tongue out like nice print on the top there. So no back head print, but back body print is quite good. So yeah, from just sort of a half a year worth of magazine, and out of all of that, you do get a nice selection of minifigures. So I am quite happy with what I've gotten so far. And by the way, I don't know if I filmed this already, but this Shredder in his like regular look before all the mutant stuff. He's got a scar face on the back, so he can be scarred, but he's got the Foot Clan thing. I don't know if I've filmed this as a review yet, but it's a polybag release, so I'm just going to stick that here because it's just like a random one-off Lego minifigure that I have lying around, and he's been lying on this review table thing for a while, so oh well, there he is. So yeah, ignoring that one, all the other ones for half a year worth of magazine, that's pretty cool. That was a pretty unique Robin figure from in my last video. And of course with the Star Wars magazine, you often get a lot of Trooper minifigures, just nice to have more, for example, Snow Troopers, or what was it, the AT-AT driver that I had, without having to go out to buy any sets. I mean, the battle packs have been pretty good with Star Wars, but certain figures you might only get with a micro fighter build, but I don't like those micro fighters. I like the figures in them, but I really hate those builds. So it's nice being able to get certain pilots and stuff from the Star Wars magazine. So my personal preferences with the newsstand magazine, you can actually pause certain months, so you only pick up the minifigure months if you want to do that. I think you can do that once or twice, but overall, if you just want like to subscribe to one that always has minifigures, you get the special edition stuff, and it has the most variety. I mean, you got Ninjago, DC, and you got Jurassic Park there, and I think there's going to be a few other like random themes throughout the year. Our Superman figure here is just really the most basic Superman figure you can get, with the newer hairstyle. Yellow print is not so good because the blue is shining through. You got our laser eyes on the other side, very soft cape that LEGO uses these days, and standard print on the back. He has a jar that's holding some kryptonite, so he's quite happy because I'm guessing this is some sort of lead base lined or shield lined canister. You get one extra spare piece here. This one sort of props this gem up, but for some reason in the cape pack there's also this harder piece here, but Superman wouldn't use this, so hooray, I got a spare cape thing. That's nice. Unless this is supposed to go inside to help prop up the cape, maybe? I don't know. I don't need it. Moving over to the Bat figure. This is so cool. Really like this figure. I can't remember if I bought the set or not to get this figure, but there's a similar figure you can get when Batman v Superman came out. There was an armored Batman. It was very similar to this. But again, I'll put a little description here for the exact set that this actually comes from. But if I didn't buy that set, great. I got this figure anyway, and this is a really good figure, and I didn't have to buy a set for it. With the mask, you got this whole red thing going on, which is, you can use this to make some custom sort of 50s, 60s, or even 70s weird robots from outer space. On the back, you have a smashed up one with a bit of Batman's face showing through. He's got the two batarangs clipped to the back. Just remove his head, you can see that it's still got a very nice print underneath all that armor. That's cool. This is very nicely printed. I like this figure a lot. So hooray for this magazine, and hooray for the next one for, you know, getting me that Mr. Freeze figure out from the set. Still, that means that for the most part with these magazines, you're not really getting exclusive figures as such. But there was that one time with the Robin, which is exclusive colors. Aside from that, everything else is not really, well, exclusive. And despite being in a magazine, these are the same regular full quality LEGO minifigures you expect from their sets currently. So they also have the same problems, like not enough white print, but otherwise these are good minifigures just like you would get from the sets. So overall, I'm quite happy with my magazine subscription and purchase, and I do like these figures a lot, and I look forward to the other half year of the magazine that I've subscribed to and getting a lot more cool stuff. Newsstand UK has been quite good with the delivery. They do them quite fast. And when you subscribe to them, you do have to pay a little extra for the shipping, but it's honestly not that much, especially when you consider that they ship these out every month to you at a very fast pace. So highly recommend it. If you like these LEGO magazines, head to the video description below and subscribe yourself. And hopefully not that many people subscribe so that it's out of stock, because I want to keep getting my magazines. Damn it. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below. And of course, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.